What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Plug and Play. Yeah, it's me, your host Zenas, here with my co-host.
Kimzar, what up?
Yeah, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. Yeah, for another great episode. Loyalty test
Mm,
and who's really there for you.
mm,
Sometimes you gotta test them. You gotta see who's really by your side, because they disguise themselves as people
mm,
that's by your side, but they really don't want you to win, right? But what does loyalty actually mean versus what people say it means?
mm,
You know what I
mm,
mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
mm.
Because a lot of people tell you, oh, I'm loyal to you, but it only be one sided.
Yeah.
Yeah, you putting in, they only take it. They not putting nothing into the pot.
Mm,
What's up
mm.
with you? What you got to say about it, man?
Yeah, I say why loyalty isn't seen in the good times, but in the pressure moments. Quick personal story, you know what I'm saying? Uh, when you test people, you find out where they heart at, you know what I'm saying? This can go to many facets of friendship, you know what I'm saying? Honor and just seeing, where they coming from as a certain individual, you know what I'm saying? Um, I think, we gotta have these things in place to make sure, we
Hmm.
got our grass cut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
and I say
yeah,
I say like when you out here, we talking like in a relationship dynamic.
yeah,
You gotta be able to check your partner's behavior and
yeah,
see versus the behaviors versus action. You know
mm-hmm,
what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Or intentions, should I say? The
right,
difference between the one time mistake and a consistent partner.
mm-hmm,
You know, so, people be making mistakes, but you ain't gonna continue to make mistakes and can make mistakes. But
mm-hmm,
I'm not a person that I don't give too many chances. So if I make a mistake, hey, I respect it if you don't give me another chance because I don't I don't got time to go back to back on mistakes. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
If I make them, and I learn from them. But I don't got time for somebody else to be doing it. You know what I mean? Uh, red flags. What do you think about some of the red flags out there, man?
you could just see by like the intentions if you ask somebody to do something and they overstep your bounds and they do something different, totally different than what you asked them to do. You know, it's so many of them, but I give you a few. You know what I'm saying? Like, say if you got a young boy, tell him go to the store, whatever. You know what I mean? Pick me up this and that for the family. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? He get his nigga $10 and shit, and he spends more than what is expected for him to spend. You know what I'm saying? You're like,
Uh-huh.
look, man, it's not on the list, man. It's not what I told you. You know what I mean? Like, what you trying to
Like,
do? Get over, bro? Like,
yeah,
yeah,
so like me, I was talking more like in the aspect of like people that's only around when you're winning,
yeah,
people that always need something.
yeah, yeah.
Um, energy shifts when you shining.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And people behaviors that change when they shining.
right,
You
right,
know,
right,
like
right,
they think they doing better than you when you was down, and they switch up on you, and then you level up, and they looking at you like, hold on, what's up? You not gonna bring
right,
me with you? You
right,
know?
right,
And
right.
I think that's
Mm,
the funniest part of it all because that's some of the things that I notice and that I look for in people when they act funny. It's all right to me. You can act funny all you want.
yeah.
You reveal your intentions, and hey, you played your hand. Yes, it's all good. But like a story about me though too that I want to talk about like no, we all been through our things. Like I think with men like breakups and like uh leaving like women and being with the women and not being able to be in your kids' life actually
Mm-hmm,
hurt men.
mm-hmm,
And I know that was some of the things that I went through that actually hurt me for
mm-hmm,
years.
mm-hmm.
And it's
Right.
hard for men to bounce back. Listen, I know I know a lot of men that went through breakups and they still struggling. Oh, she left me and this and that, and oh, and I feel like we need to be able to move without fucking just dwelling on bullshit. It's like
Mm.
I don't got time for it. I know, right? I got lost in my thoughts for a second.
No, that makes
Excuse me.
sense. No, I mean,
No,
yeah,
but excuse me. I'm just trying to
yeah,
speak
no, embrace it, bro.
realistically, and like I don't even, like I say, I don't hold no judgments against anybody, and I'm not trying to shame any of them. You know what I mean? I'm not even trying to bash. I am not the bashing type, y'all. You know what I mean? But they know what it is, and
Mhm.
you fucked up. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
You made bad decisions, and you gotta live in your bed. You gotta live in the bed that you made. And like I said, hey,
Mm-hmm.
now I could not be your cup of tea. I could have not been everything that I was when I was with you, and I
Mm-hmm.
understand that,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad that you wasn't around to to hold me back from becoming from who I became.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let me see, man.
Yeah,
Like
cut that out
intentions
the
versus,
way.
like I say, you gotta check out the intentions versus actions. Like
Mm-hmm.
what people say versus what people do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, loyalty and action. Hey, nobody switches up
Mm-hmm.
without you know,
Mm-hmm.
I would say what they deem as a cause, or I mean, I don't know. How should I say? What you think?
As far as what you trying to describe, like you trying to
Y-
describe the actions of a person that's unloyal.
Yeah, that when like the actions when nobody's watching, like you see right there, like loyalty
Yeah.
when nobody's watching, and how to read intentions by the when I guess by the way they switch, when they how they switch
I
their
mean, well,
mindset, how
well,
they switch in their actions. Because
yeah.
what I'm trying to say is that you have to watch their actions. If people aren't living up to what they need to live up to in your life,
Well, that's when
then
your discernment kicks in. Yeah, that's when your
yeah. Go
discernment
ahead, you
kicks in.
got it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I believe when that happens, that's when your discernment, what I mean, kicks in. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, at one point, any other somebody that's trying to be our dissenters, or somebody that's in for like, a little season and trying to find out stuff or be like a double agent, they're going to slip one way or another. You got to have the spirit of discernment to catch them. And 9 times out of 10, you will. You know what I mean? Because they can't stick to that script forever. You know what I mean?
mhm.
They're going to fold. It's going to be a little brief little pocket where they fold, and mess up. And then you'll be able to identify who they really are.
But do they clap when you win it?
They get clapped when you win. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
That bitch was
on.
clapping like motherfucking Whitney Houston at the Grammys. You know what
Uh
I mean? She wasn't all for me. You feel me? I thought the bitch was down. You know what I'm saying? But I had to, again,
huh.
very discernment. You feel me?
Hold on. Do they clap? Do they clap? Or do they check in when you losing? They check in when you
Yeah,
losing though.
they will. They will. Yeah, they will. They will, man. They play part like a motherfucker, man. I mean, we talking about global, motherfucking annual award type of movie shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They get their Golden Globe. You know what I mean? They'll play that. Trust me, bro. They're gonna play that part. They're gonna clap.
uh,
Yay! You was always that nigga. Ah!
yeah.
Yay! You know
I
what I'm
say,
saying?
look, man, if they don't support decisions that help your future, hey, they gotta go. You know what I
That's
mean? Because
that.
that's definitely part of like a thing I look for. It's
Yeah.
not just loyalty. You're not supporting like things that
It's
help
half-assed
me
stuff.
grow and help me be better. But even in that, uh, they don't want you to win necessarily because they don't have their mindset together. And when you trying to get your mind right and you trying to get things right, they'll be like, "Yo, you're weird. What's wrong with you? This and that." Then you be like,
Who's the
"What the
motherfucker
fuck?"
you was just rooting for me 2 months ago?
you,
Like, it's crazy.
like,
Man,
why am I putting myself through this?
let me keep this shit a bean 50. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Like, I mean, even Jones, I know, like, the bitch sucked my dick like she loved me, like she was my wife for years. but the
Mhm.
bitch ain't have it. I mean, the bitch ain't have it all for me. You know what I'm saying, but the
Yeah.
bitch, but you
Nigga,
look at
watch
shit.
your.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
you look at shit like the
Excuse
cat.
me, you hold on, Kim.
Yeah,
Excuse me, you two, for that. Yo, excuse him for that, you two.
sorry about that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we on
man.
YouTube. We got
Yeah,
guidelines,
I'm keeping it
man.
street. I'm keeping it street.
You went no,
Up
yeah,
that.
you went a little too far. You
Yeah,
know what I mean with that.
but
But you know, giving you BJs, you got your little BJ off.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But you know, you don't know. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying? You don't
But
know.
like, like some of the loyalty tests that I say, how to stay, how have they stayed consistent for years is something to look out for. You know what I mean? When I'm looking for like a loyalty test in a friend, loyalty test in a relationship, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Only
have
time will
they?
tell, bro. I mean, be
Yeah,
honest, the only time will tell. You know what I mean? You
and
know,
yeah,
yeah. I would say only time will tell. Discernment. You know what I'm saying? And God's will. You know what I mean? You know what I
mm,
mean? He's not gonna give you too much that you can't handle, but at the same time, they come in these forms. You know what I'm saying? Some play the part real well, some don't. You know what I mean? Um, how to identify is just try to keep a close eye on their actions and their patterns. Like I said
mm,
earlier when I was reading the transcript, you just gotta look out for it. You know what I mean? And to your best ability, identify the real and the not real. You know what I mean? That's all you really can do.
yeah.
And you got any pointers, any ideas to it?
Well, I would say like another loyalty test that I do is like
Yes, sir.
when pressure hits
Mm-hmm.
and time get rough. I mean, who if you there for me or not? I would say if you there
Oh, I
for
mean,
me or
what's the
not.
time?
If I always say, look, if a person walk away from you, let them leave.
But
You know,
here's a good one.
uh,
You can say like, oh man, I got laid off my job.
mm,
Then you gonna see what really goes down. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Hit them
uh,
on that type of test, like, you know, um, what I'm saying? I went in the office today. My old head said, you know what I mean? They cutting hours back, man. We getting laid off for like 2 months. And see what they do. You know what I mean? I had a real
yeah,
awakening. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
I was like, wow. You know what I mean? But it happened that
yeah.
way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, another one, a test that I put people through that I look out for
Yeah.
is like, yo, who switched up once they started winning?
Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, like,
Right.
uh, if you switched up on me when you started winning and you see me grinding, and like I told you, I
Mm-hmm.
had people I helped out that started doing things and started doing good, never even said, thanks or whatever. It's all good. I'm happy for you. You see this? I want you to know, look, I'm happy for you. Keep
Mm-hmm.
moving. Wish you
Right.
nothing but success.
Right.
I'm happy you
Right.
doing great. Because look, forever that your business go on, I'm part of that legacy.
Right.
So, I
Mm-hmm. That's real.
yeah, that's definitely real. So, I wish you nothing but the best. But, whoever switched up on me when they leveled up, or,
Mm-hmm.
thought that they was gonna do better, because
Mm-hmm.
before I learned about hypergamy, I didn't get it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm. It's an applied
Yeah,
to it. You know what
now
I
I understand. Yeah, now I understand it. I understand that some of the mistakes you can make as a man out here,
mean? Mm-hmm.
not being on your job and not being, with I'm not gonna let me stop being, stop doing what you need to do for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and putting things in place for yourself, setting goals for yourself, accomplishing goals, leveling up. Yo, these ladies out here leveling up, nigga.
Yeah, but that's that. But see, that's the cat though. You know what I mean? A lot of cats
It
fall bit.
is the cat. I'm
You know,
glad you
like
said that.
you were talking about the simp bull. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
I do be thinking like it's a magical way. Like they got the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, homie.
Uh huh.
It don't look like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
It's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? We got to be real here, and overstand that. Like it is what it is, and you just got wisen up and do the data and do the math. You know what I mean? And once you do the math, you understand. You know what I mean? A little bit deeper. It's bigger than Nino Brown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It comes down
But
to.
you know, another thing that I do though too, one of my loyalty tests though, right,
Mm-hmm.
is like, yo, who can hold me accountable?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you consider yourself one of my friends or somebody around me, I want you to hold me accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to hold me like you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like my homie L, he hold me accountable.
Right.
Shout out to my man L. You see this? Yeah, he hold me accountable, and he want to see me win like I want to see him win, and he's always sending me positive things and helping me become the better version of myself. And that's a real nigga right there. I
Right.
consider that a real friend, and and to be able to hold you accountable without judgment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Without
That's a rare
judgment
thing.
or
That's a
or
very beautiful thing right there, brother.
yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Because like we all get lost in our mind, we all be drifting.
mm-hmm.
And I created this podcast for the people that be lost in their mind.
Mm-hmm.
But when you tune on this podcast right here, you actually see in real time people that's doing what they talk to you about. We're doing it. We're putting everything
Mm-hmm.
in play. We're being consistent. You know what I mean? We're being disciplined, and we're making everything happen, and we're being on here every day. Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying, Kim. Talk to the people.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just one of these things, man. With life, you have to have overstanding of just trying to not have a lot of fake cats in your circle. Just trying to keep your cipher tight. And just keep your grass cut. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question for you,
Yes, sir.
real quick.
Yeah.
Right. Loyalty in friendships and business, in relationships.
Mm.
What's your opinion on that?
Okay, with loyalty first.
Yeah, loyalty in friendship, business,
Well,
in
friendship
relationship.
versus bi doesn't mix. You know what I'm saying? So friendship versus business doesn't mix. Gangstar told you that.
Uh-huh.
With loyalty, that comes at a case of, you know, who's in your corner, who's not. Um, what else? What else was there? I'm trying to follow up what you're saying.
I said, I'm sorry. Let me look at my transcript. Right.
Friendship and
My notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all. Look, I got my notes, and I was getting a little feedback trying to fix that.
Yeah.
So look, loyalty in friendships, business, and relationships.
Okay, relationship.
The difference between history and loyalty, friends, and who grows with you versus friends who only know the old you. My bad. I should have been more descriptive on that, but that's what I'm talking about.
I'm still touching it. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to say, like, what goes with what, because a lot of those things with them shit mixed.
So we're gonna start with friendship first, right?
Okay. Yes.
So friendship, the difference between history and loyalty. In friendship, friends who grow with you versus friends who only know the old you.
Well, the ones that grow with you will give you more understanding versus the ones that only see a part of you, because they've been in every little chapter of your life. You know what I'm saying? They've seen the growth. You know what I'm saying? I would say. You know what I mean? So they know how to maneuver with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would say knowing your history, knowing where you come from, knowing your pains and your struggles and things, your dreams and aspirations, that plays a major part, because they know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's out in the open. There's no hidden thing of what you want and your ambitions and your goals and your dreams of what you're trying to accomplish. I would think.
Yes.
What you think?
Oh man, 1 second, real quick. My bad. I was just trying to fix something, y'all. Yeah, I mean, it feels like I was getting a little feedback. I mean, sorry if y'all getting a little feedback on there. Now look, right. Business, loyalty. Does that mean being a yes man in business?
Whoa, okay, all right, okay, all right. A little bit there, my brother. Yeah, let's get to it. I would say being a yes man in business, it depends on, it depends on a few factors. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Those factors would be, what I'm saying, the intentions of that person, um, the um, well, the persona of that person, and the actions of that person. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
before we can before we can determine that it's a yes man thing, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. My
If,
bad, yo. I'm trying to
if
get.
if the person disagrees with you, like, yeah, man, what I mean, yeah, I feel you, homie, but man, F that, man. Nah, nigga.
Uh
Then
huh.
it's not a yes man thing. You know what I'm saying? If you got a yes,
Yeah.
yeah, man. You always got this thing, man. Keep on going, man. Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're good, man. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why he said that.
Yo, watch.
Like that. Yeah, you dealing with a yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it determines on the person and the intentions of that person and the behavior of that person. So you can, so you can determine the yes man factor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But your true, like me and you, man, we might disagree about. Oh man, I want to hold you, man, fuck that, man, there's a pizza, nigga. Why? Well, shit, get your pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Honest places coming from a real place.
No, but we talk about like, and like more of a like a business aspect. We might disagree even on a topic for the
Yeah,
show,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But the
right?
thing is, I disagree. Yes, man is never going to disagree. He's always going to say, "Yeah, man. See, yeah, all right, man. Come on, yeah."
No, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean,
You
and
know, he's never going to
no,
disagree.
because I remember when we first started, right?
Yeah.
We had an episode, and you was about to go in, and you stopped yourself, and I actually respected that because we have a platform here, and we can air people out if we want, and we can be real uh, blunt about what we're talking about,
Mhm.
and to really drive home the points of what we're talking about. But we are professional, and we're not trying to air nobody out because we're past all of it.
Yeah,
First of
man. We
all,
grown, man. We grown, man.
yeah, we
And,
passed of it.
reflect on that. I said, you know what? I'm gonna shoot that broad bell because it ain't even worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing bigger and better things. We chasing our goals. We're doing our thing. We got a good business thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And we elevate into a plateau, and we're doing good for ourselves. Pretty damn good.
Yeah, and I
So
say, excuse me, I say, who supports the mission though, even when it's not as doing as good as it should be doing. When you got a person that's down for you like that, that
mhm,
say, hey, look, like yourself, that say, hey, look, we're gonna grind this out.
mhm,
We're gonna go all the way from the bottom all the way to the top, and I'm willing to
mhm,
ride with you. I believe in you. And I said the same thing. Look, that's why I believe in you.
mhm,
That's what you have to. That's actually a cheat code, y'all.
mhm.
When you learn how to do that, it's a whole lot. This is what I was trying to do with some of my folks. Is what I was talking about. I
Right.
was trying to do with people, but those people will be like, "Yo, he too smart."
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He
Right.
knows more than us. We help him win, then what about us?
Mhm.
But they don't realize that if you help me win, you coming with me. So like people will pivot themselves against you
Mhm.
and
We
try to
had,
become your rival,
yeah, we
and
had,
they'll come around you,
mhm.
steal information, and go off and act like they thought of it on their own. I've seen it all. You know what I mean? And that's why loyalty to me comes in action.
Mhm.
Like, see how we stay putting in this work.
Mhm.
But another thing, right? I'm gonna jump down here to relationships.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Now, emotional loyalty versus physical loyalty.
Mm. Yeah, that's some good shit right there, bro. That's like you said no, because you getting extensive with this, man. You going to the paradigm.
uh,
Okay, so you said emotional relationships, right?
no, emotional loyalty
Emotional loyalty.
versus physical loyalty.
Correct me. Okay, emotional loyalty versus physical loyalty.
Yeah.
Wow. Hmm. That's a deep one. Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's the way to describe it and break it down. Emotional loyalty. I guess that means that you're there regardless of whatever emotions and things they may go through from
Yeah.
the heart. I think that's pertaining to that. and then
Uh-huh.
you said the physical loyalty.
Physical loyalty.
Okay, the physical loyalty. That can be anything, physical with just being around that person, I guess, in the physical. Standing by that person, regardless of what, what I'm saying. I think it's pertaining to, if they just active, moving around, what I'm saying. And the physicality of it is more so of their flesh, of their body, things of that nature. So, yeah, is it asking us which one is better, or which one is describing which
No,
one?
like so now a partner who's protects your name when you're not in the room.
Yeah, that's a
You know,
that's a good person to have. You
you
know,
know
if you
that's
just define it, yeah,
that's the physical loyalty.
yeah. But
Mm.
you saying about the not the physical loyalty, but the
Emotional loyalty.
emotional loyalty. Hmm.
See, I consider the emotional loyalty is a person that supports your mindset and your mental growth, right?
Your feelings,
Now,
correct?
one thing though, what I realized though, right?
Yeah,
You know what I realized, Kim?
going.
When it comes to women in relationships, right? They
What's
don't respect, listen to me, hear me out. They don't respect growth. You know why they don't respect growth? Because
enlightenment?
they don't have to grow. They're born with their value. We have to create our value, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We get on here, we're putting the we on businesses and we're doing things. We have to create that.
I'm
And
not,
a lot of people don't know what it takes.
but there's a flip side to that coin, because most, and I mean, this is not nothing to be sexist or whatever. This is human nature, the human condition of females. They drive, everything is done off of emotion.
Yeah,
Am I right? Am I wrong?
yeah,
I'm not. I'm
yeah,
not. I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not, I'm not, not trying to open up Pandora's
No,
box here.
no, no, no,
Oh,
no. Talk
you
you
know
know,
what I'm
it's a
saying?
fact.
Just
Yeah,
bear with
you
me.
know something.
There's a
Every time,
minor observation,
every
but
time I ever got into a, sorry, go ahead. You got it.
go
Go ahead.
I like you, man. Listen,
Yeah, go ahead. My
but
bad.
I mean, if it serves me correctly, women are built around emotional construct of emotion. Everything that they do is under emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
What I feel like.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
good. Yeah, what I feel
what
like.
I'm not trying to. I'm
It's
not trying
never,
to.
yo.
I don't
It's
have a
never
tinfoil
what I
hat. Listen to
think.
me, y'all. I don't have a tinfoil hat, and I'm just
Yo,
saying.
that's a question I have. Look, ladies, jump into the comment, right? Tell me
Yes, yes,
why nobody never asked us in none of the other podcasts. Why is it always what you feel instead of what you think?
right. But it's
You
emotion.
know that. Yeah, well, I know emotional creatures, but look, we all are emotional. Everybody has emotion, but you're supposed to be able to take in the emotion, feel the emotion, and digest it into thoughts, into take it into thought, and then move it into action.
That is correct, my brother. But women are driven by emotional construct.
Hmm.
I
I
feel
get
this,
it. Yeah,
so I'm going off of that.
thus that it is.
We're not talking logical, scientific explanations here.
Well,
We're talking about
logic don't come in.
how
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
versus, oh, you're logical. You're a
yeah.
brain guy. I'm not going
Uh-huh.
off that. I'm going off
Uh,
of what I feel. I feel
yeah,
angry. I'm
yeah.
going off of that. I feel
But
happy.
you're gonna be happy in 10 minutes. You're gonna be chill in 10 minutes. That's why emotions is fleeting, man. You know, emotions
But
fleeting. Now look,
to go
right?
back into that, my brother, what does that really mean? You know what I'm saying?
You
Because
know.
is that a trick question? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's look at it. I mean, is it a trick
Oh, hold on.
question?
You want to dissect it? Go ahead.
Yes. Because think about it. If what you said about that, I want to go back to that. I think I gotta write it. I got it on my phone. But emotional, that's their playing field. You know what I mean? That's the bread and butter. That's the cohesive whole of life with that. with them with human nature.
Mhm.
Am I lying?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're definitely right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
I'm just
definitely
saying.
right.
I mean, it's driven off emotion. Women are not
Yeah.
driven off a logical explanation, and this is known fact, scientific or empirical facts. They're driven
Mhm.
off of emotion. So how I feel versus your logical explanation. Fuck
Yeah.
your logical
Well,
explanation.
men, we think logical, man,
Right.
and you, it's that they don't have to think logical, bro. They
Yeah,
live in
fuck the
fantasy.
logical. Yeah, they're gonna say
They live in fantasy
fuck the
world.
logical. This
It's
is how I feel.
yo, man. Imagine if we could do that, bro. Imagine as men, if we could be like, I feel like I'm a millionaire,
Right,
and I'm
right,
a
right,
yeah,
right. Exactly.
I mean, I feel this way, I feel that way. But look, right, moving on, right.
Right, real shit.
So look, right, moving on, like how to
That's
protect
just
your
what we want people.
no, look, how to protect your boundaries, man.
Right.
You know, setting healthy boundaries with yourself for yourself, without coming across cold. You know, is a healthy way to be able to protect your boundaries. Um, Building a circle based on value and honesty and action instead of inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? Trusting people, but validate their excuse me. Trusting people, but validating their loyalty by their actions. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's one thing that when I
That's a few
testing
ways you
people,
can.
when
Yeah,
I'm
there's a few ways you can identify.
yeah,
Your
like that's how I identify uh like the people in my life who I want to cut off or who need
right,
to go
right.
is just by those little things that I explained.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it's just that this is these are some of the steps you can take. This is some of the things you can put in place for yourself
Mm-hmm.
to clear yourself of the noise of the bullshit of the people that's around you.
Have discernment.
You
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kim loved saying discernment. That nigga loved discernment. Because he ain't lying.
It's
He
real.
ain't lying.
It's real, man.
You
She
definitely
told me about that. I'm like,
yeah.
and I
Uh-huh.
got older. I'm like, well, you gotta have it.
Yeah. Something
You
like
gotta have
that.
discernment. You gotta, what I'm saying, be
Mhm.
aware. So yeah,
But yeah, man, look, we'd like to thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Plug and Play. I like to say, man, look, protect yourself, man. Protect yourself. Put boundaries up for yourself. Protect your energy, and move with faith. I believe in you.
yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Plug and Play. See you next time.
Blessings and good
Peace.
fortune, people. One
Yeah.
good job, great job.